Hello viewers, welcome to Corporani online maintenance and service apps insight. Today need to develop this here the rating service UI need to develop here. First of all, now need to open this here the XD files and to show this here the today designs. And today we need to develop like this UI we need to develop. Let's start how to write down inside the flutters. Now we need to create here the screen inside the new folders and to give this here the name profile, and we need to create here the new files and to set here the rate of service screen dot dots like this. You need to write down here, create here the stateful widgets rate of service screen, and also import this here the material dependency. Now first of all, now need to create here the scaffolds and to draw this here the app bar. Now we need to go inside the choice service and to copy this here these app bars, and we need to paste this here, and to background colors we need to set this here the white colors white like this sets, and also import this here the material dependency, and now need to set this here the text, set here the titles rate for service, and need to set here the styles text styles, set here the color, color primary text, and also need to set this here the font size 20, and font weight you need to set this here the bold like this sets. And first of all, now need to configure temporary hit to set this here the menu button and set the show these screens. Now need to go inside the choice screens, and now need to configure this here the events, and to use this here the context dot push extension methods into calls. If you not see here the this series first video, please see how to create like this shortcuts for the push methods in explains in details. Now need to write down here the const and to call this here the rating service screens, and now need to save this here and to click here and opening the screens here and to showing this here. Now first of all need to fix this here the issue, need to wrong place, need to setting this here the image. Now need to go here home and rate of service, cut here control z's, and to replace with here the not leading, so need to use this here the titles inside to control z this text, and now need to put here and showing like this service, and need to set this here the center titles need to set here the false and look like this. See here the show here, and also need to set this here the action buttons. Now need to copy here this icon buttons, paste this here, and to give this here the back buttons, now need to go relative path and to paste this here, look like this here the showing here. Now need to developing this here the UI for these users, need to set this here the body and to set here the scroll view single childs, and set here the childs. And first of all, now need to setting this here the UI, need to create here the column like here, and now need to develop this here the containers, and we need to give this here the first of all the width double dot matrix, and also need to set this here the height context dots, need to give this here the width, and we need to set here some multiplications. We need to same as need to set here 0.6, and need to create here the decorations, and to set this here the box decoration, set here the color t color primary colors, need to set this here, also need to set this here the borders box shadow, write down here the box shadow, set here the colors black 12, and to set this here the blur radius as a 2, and also need to set this here the offset y is equal to 0, y is equal to 2 like this sets, and x is equal to 0 like this configures. And now need to this shadow is need to set here the const value like this showing here, and look like this similar to designs need to showing, and to set here the 50%. And also need to create here the UI, and we need to write down here create here the wrap with widgets as a column to change here the stack. And now need to write down here the alignments need to write down here the top centers like this settings here. And then after we need to creating here the another UI for the users. And now need to developing this here the similar to this UI box we need to developing here. Now again so need to copy this here, and we need to paste this here. Now need to set this here the margins const edges inset symmetric. We need to set here the horizontal 20, 15 is good like this settings here. And we need to save, and to change this here the colors we need to set this here the 250 like this configures. And now need to give this here the shadow is not need to change, and also need to change here the box primary color to white color whites. And need to give this here the box radius border radius circulars need to set this here the 10, and look like this here the showing this here. And also need to increase this here the height and width. We need to change here, need to set here the 50% like this. And also need to set here padding only. And we need to set this here the top. We need to use this here the context remove here the const dot width and multiply by 2 point. And look like this here the similar to show this here the designs, and increase this here 6 like this showing here. And then after so we need to creating here the another box we need to set here against. Now need to copy here, and we need to paste this here. And now need to set here 180, and we need to increase this here the like here. And also need to box size we need to set here 60, and also need to set here the bottom 15. And also decrease this here the white colors, so need to set this here the 13. It is not showing good, and need to remove here the box shadow. Increase this years as a 20, and need to change this years look like this show. And also again need to copy and paste this years, then to set this here the 6, and we need to setting here the 40, and we need to change here 30, and also increase this here the 35, and similar to this designs. And also increase this here the bottoms 60, and we need to set 30 like this UI are the creatings. And also need to change here 40 and 80. Start here, login, click here, and look like this here the showing here. Maybe we need to set here 15 and here 12, 15 and here 17 is good, like this showing. And similar to our designs need to creating here. And then after we need to developing this here the user center UI, we need to develop here. First of all, now need to copy this here and we need to paste here this data. And now need to remove here the bottoms no needs, and we need to configure this here the margins horizontals no needs, we need to remove width, remove this all things no needs. Now maybe stay here. Now need to create here the childs and to use this here the image and to pass this here the user image to copy relative path, paste here. Now need to set here the width, context dot width multiply by 0.2, and also need to give this here the same heights. Now need to copy and paste, and we need to set here the pit box pit cover, and we need to also need to write down here the clip or rect we need to use here, and border radius need to set here like here. Graph with widgets need to clip or rects need to set here, and now need to copy this here this radius and look like this here the showing. You need to small and to decrease this here, set here to tens and increase this here 3, and now need to set here the border also need to set here color white, and to give this here the width to look like this here the showing, and also need to set this here the shadow. We need to copy this here's box shadow. Now need to use this here this box shadow, paste here, and similar to show this your designs, and also need to decrease this here the padding 0.8 and little big, need to set here like this showing here before is good, here one like this showing here, and to configure this value. And now we need to use this here these containers and to create here the childs, create here the column. Now need to give this here the some height space, size box, give this here the height, use this here the context width, and we need to multiply 0.2. Like this, we need to given this here the space. Now we need to create here the row, and we need to developing here the image assets. Icons we need to set here icon for the star, and now need to set here the color, t color, primary colors we need to set. Also need to set this here the size, we need to 25 like this. We need to setting here and look like this show, and to set here the 30 big stars, and need to give this here the main axis alignment. Need to set here the center like here, and now need to set here the text. First of all, now need to copy this text fields, and we need to paste here. After the here's give this here the sums with space. Need to set here 15 is good. Const value like this, and to showing like this here, and to give this here the ratings, set here the secondary text. We need to set this here the font 17. Remove here the bolds, and to give this right here the value like here, and showing like this here, decrease this here, this set here 8, and also need to set here 25. Look like this here the showing, and also need to increase this here the space, and now need to showing here the titles, and need to set here alignments, cross axis alignments, set here the centers, and now need to set here 22 fonts, and font weight need to set here the bold, and primary text we need to set this here, and need to showing this here this username. Let's perish look like this show, and need to increase this here 34 like this, and now need to drawing here the line, set here sums box right space, we need to set here the 15 so is good. Now need to draw here the divider, set here color black 12, give this here width height 0.5, and look like this here the show, we need to set here 1 const value. Now we need to creating here the row, and again we need to develop this here the dividers. Now use this here to expand, and now need to creating here the column, and maybe we need to convert into containers is good. Need to set here colors, and also need to set here height 15. Remove here the const button. Again now need to set here minimum size, main axis minimum size, we need to set this here. Now need to set here the text, copy here, paste this here 2 times, and we need to set here the 17, and to total jobs we need to set here, and remove set here the bold primary text, and also need to set this here the cross axis alignment, set here centers, and main axis also center like this showing here, and we need to change this here the font 14 and secondary text, remove here the bolds, and to set this here the titles, total job, and look like this here the show, need to set here the 18s, set here 12. Again, now need to copy this expand, paste this here, and need to give this here the width, need to set here 1. Look like this here the showing here, and need to set here 16 like this, and need to move here heights here. Now we need to set here the years value, 2.5 years, like this showing here, and this UI are the dones. Now we need to outside of this text need to another need to personal info need to show here. First of all, now need to copy this text, and we need to create here some space 20 and const value like here. Now need to create here the column childs, and need to create here the padding, and need to set here value symmetric horizontal, so need to set this here the 20, and then after so need to another thing, so need to put here for the personal informations, set here the titles, need to paste this here and configures to write down here the personal info, and we need to set this here the cross axis alignment, set here the start, maybe we need to remove here the bottom padding, no needs, issue, then now need to set here size to boxed, otherwise need to give this here vertical padding 20, and look like this show here, and then after now showing here the personal informations, creates here the row childs, and now show this here the one by ones the titles, need to set here phone numbers +91111111 like this, need to set here the random value, and now need to set here the 15s and regular fonts and secondary text, and look like this here the show, and to give this here the some height space between here these titles, need to set here 15 const value, and also need to set this here size box, give this here the height as a 14, and here some height space, maybe you need to set here padding is good, I used 2 times use controls, need to set here symmetric, set here only, left you need to set here the 60, and top need to give this here the 15, and bottoms need to set also 15, and right no needs. like this configures, and now need to things here the dividers. We need to copy these dividers and to paste this here and look like this show similar to designs. Now again we need to copy this value, put this here the three times, and now set here one by one's value. Then after we need to set here the email address, code for any@gmail.com, like this here. Then after we need to set this here the language English and Hindi, like here, like this showing here, and also need to cut here, paste this here, and to set this here the address Surat, Gujarat, India, like this sets here, and showing like this here the address. And one more thing, so need to developing this here the another parts. Now again so need to copy, and we need to put here after these dividers, and write down here the review, and to give this here the sums space, right space, we need to set here the 20, remove this divider no needs, and const value comma, and font size we need to set here the 17s, like this showing here. Also need to set here small, set here 8 is good, and also need to set here 8. Now showing good, and this row inside first of all the show this here the image assets for this user logo for the given this review. Need to use this here the view one's image, copy relative path, and to paste this here. Now need to set here the width 25, and also need to set this here the 25, and need to use this like image. Use this here the space between width space, set here the 8, and need to expand this here the wrap widget with expand, and we need to set here const value, and we need to set here the 15s, like this review no needs here the left, only tops and bottoms we need to set here the 8, tops we need to give this here 15s only, remove here bottoms, and now need to set this here the titles, maybe this expand no needs because we need to show this here the ratings, and need to set here primary text. We need to first of all the import this here the rating bars already open this years and previously many time used this library, good library. Now need to installing this library inside our projects. Now need to copy this dependency, and we need to put here inside the swap space, and like this sets here. Now need to show, now need to go redeems, and to copy this here the examples, need to use this here these examples build. Now need to scroll down, and we need to setting here like, and wrap with here, we need to change here the counts as a pi is good. Now const minimum ratings we need to once, initials rating 3, horizontal directions, allow half ratings. Also need to wrap with these widgets for this years. And we need to item size, we need to set here's 15s, and item space paddings we need to set here to set here const value, um, and increase this here size 20, and to set here some with space, set here 15s, and look like this show here's. Also another configurations we need to check here's unrated colors we need to set here's. We need to similar to our designs, we need to set here color black 26, 12 is good. Look like this, we need to settings here, and now we need to write down here the message, copy here, set this row, good service. Now need to set here secondary text on 13s like this showing here, so need to 15 is good. And we need to set this here box fit out, set here 14s, and also need to set here padding only left, we need to given this here the 8, and showing like this here our designs, and these designs are the creatings done. Need to give increase here the 40. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up. If you're new user, so please subscribe my channels and press the notification bell icon. You can get every new video notifications and awesome content. If you have any question, so please write down the comment sections. I will help you and sort out your issue. Everyone have a nice day. Goodbye and take care.